Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This evening we're going to preview the UFC Fight Night event that's scheduled for this Saturday, November 25th. And we are going to look at which fighter on here has the highest upside from a collectability point of view. Obviously if they win, that'll be a benefit, but also if they lose or not, minimizing the downside. And the way I try to look at this is I try to look at the matchups. I try to look at fighters with high presence on social media that have cards that have been issued. A lot of the fighters on these fight nights, sometimes they don't have cards issued by UFC as of yet, or there's not an established market for it. And also to see how much their cards actually sell for, and to see if there is a fan base that collects these cards, and trying to combine all those points together to come up with one matchup and then picking one fighter to focus in on. This is being recorded Thursday night, so an opportunity to look at possibly buying stuff for Thursday, leading into Friday, going up to the fight, which is on Saturday. So let's get right into it. So this was an easy choice for me after looking at these matchups. So I'm looking at the main event, Tsarukyan versus Hooker, and I'm picking Tsarukyan as the fighter I want to target and research a little bit more on collectability and try to make an informed decision. So leading into the fight, he is the number 2 ranked UFC fighter in the lightweight division. If he wins this main event, it'll give him a higher chance and very likely to get a title shot, which obviously boosts his collectability and prospects for people that are looking at the UFC and being more in the face of those individuals. But also there is an established card market and collectible market for Tsarukyan, as we'll see from looking at some of the sales data. Additionally, he's had some huge fights against some big people and has some huge wins, and we'll cover that looking at his recent fight history. And then also, just to kind of circle back on the social media presence, he has about 3 million followers on Instagram. He has about 65,000 followers on X, formerly known as Twitter. And on Instagram, he posts a lot of good content, including training. He tags sponsors. He posts stuff about his family life. He posts the walkout moments. I kind of looked at his Instagram feed. Has good exposure. He also has pretty strong engagement on his Instagram as well. And he does have high global appeal, being an Armenian and Georgian background and having a multilingual Instagram account and presence, I think, helps his collectability as well. So with that being said, let's focus in on Tsarukyan and what appeals to me about him. So we look at the stats and we look at some of his recent fights. Everyone knows, UFC 300, he beat Charles Oliveira by split decision. That was a huge moment. He was on a 4-win streak. He is on a 4-fight win streak at the moment. He lost to Gamrot by unanimous decision. Before that, he won 5 fights in a row, and then he lost to Islam by unanimous decision. And I rewatched that fight on YouTube just to remind myself of how that went. And Tsarukyan held up pretty well, especially early on, and gave Islam some tough moments. And I'm not saying that Tsarukyan should have won by any stretch of the imagination, but he did have strong moments and gave Islam a pretty good matchup and gave him a good fight. Probably more than some fights recently. So I think that's important as well to consider. He's a high-quality fighter coming off a huge win off Charles Oliveira and fighting Dan Hooker, who's also a star in UFC and a very formidable opponent as well. So then we look on eBay. We're searching current auctions sorted by highest price for Tsarukyan, taking out the word break so we don't get any of the break spots. But we see, his cards are selling, you know, at a decent amount. Like you have this 2022 rookie at a 10, you know, over $100. Another 2022 rookie at a 99 PSA 10, over $100. Some of his recent stuff is getting good value. PSA 9 Chrome Geometric Gold out of 50, $68. So he does get money thrown at his cards. You know, this card here I like. A big fan of Image Signature Relic. Topps Knockout 2025 out of 199. So there's a lot of this card, obviously. Higher print run, but a good quality. So again, a good selection of cards. A good range of items here to possibly target. So from there, let's go to ComC, which is a website that specializes in, or they're known for carrying a wide variety of lower cost cards. How it works at ComC, just to give a summary, is that you deposit money in your ComC account, and then you could buy the cards and you keep them in your inventory on ComC. And from there, you can send them out to auction through ComC using eBay. You can send them to get graded, or you can resell them on this platform and relist them. So look at some of the cards here, focusing on the 2022, like you could buy as base Prism Rookie for 69 cents. And like clicking on this card, there's a bunch of 69s, or there's two 69 cents, 70, 79, but all of them on the first page are under $1. You move on up a little bit. I want to see what his silver prism goes for. So the base silver goes for $10.25, and also you can make offers as well. So maybe we'll do that here. Let me see how that works. I don't think I have any. I only have 41 cents in my account, so maybe we won't do that. But I think if you pick up some of these silvers for under $10, I think that's a pretty solid buy as well. And there's no autographs up here right now. But again, going back to eBay, you can make some cards up here. Yeah, so that's kind of my pick and how I look at it. Not a very flashy selection. You know, obviously you can look at the 2022 sealed product, whether it's Panini, Prism, or Select. I don't think he has enough name to draw higher prices for the sealed product in and of itself. If you want to buy a product to capture this fighter and his cards in there, maybe you look into that, but I'm not focusing on that. So again, just to give a brief recap, Sarukian is the pick. You have some cards up here. We can also focus on some of the buy it nows. If we sort by auto, asking big dollars. You know, I'm not sure I would put anything in this amount, especially for recent issues. I think these are all, a lot of these are Hail Mary prices where they're just throwing it up. Most all of them have best offers, so they're just fielding offers. Let's see what the cheapest signature up at the moment is. So the cheapest signature is $65, which is pretty wild in my opinion. Maybe discount that because of the shipping. So say 70, call it 75. Yeah. I don't see any bargains that really stand out to me. But I think there's definitely opportunity going back to the auctions, or if you go on ComC to pick up some of the cheaper cards of his rookie issues and you wipe the floor. Maybe you do 50 or $100, or maybe on here you try to get them all for under $10 and see where that goes. That's basically about it. It's a quick video tonight. And going back to the card here again, Sarukian's the pick. He is the fighter I'm focusing on. And I think that will close out the video for tonight. So just want to thank everybody for watching. As a reminder, if you can like or comment the video, it would really help out the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. And have a wonderful evening. Stay safe. Love your family. Love your life. And take care.